welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. Well, today I was going to do another episode of my shuffle a day, keeps the carbs away, but I thought I wanted to squeeze something else in instead. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like avocados. And I'm so angry at myself that I don't like avocados because they're so good for you. You know what an avocado is, right? Here, I just cut one in half. Here's an avocado. That nice piece of dark green fruit that's full of healthy fats for you. And I know so many people, they take their avocado, they scoop it out, they mash it up, they put maybe a little lemon juice on it, some seasoning, they spread it on toast, and they love it, and it's such a healthy breakfast. Guacamole is made out of avocado, and I've tried everything. People have given me suggestions on what I can do to make my avocado taste better, and no matter what I've tried, I just don't like it. But I'm not one to give up, so today I'm going to try and make for you avocado brownies. That's right from scratch. And from what I've heard, you don't even taste the avocados in them. In fact, if you don't tell people there's avocados in them, they won't even know. So I'm going to make them today, and I'm going to be the judge of that. And when we do a taste testing, I'll let you know. So, the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Now, you don't even need a mixing bowl for these. You can use a food processor, or you can use a Ninja. I use my Ninja for everything. So I'm going to use that today. Now you need a medium to a large size avocado. Once you take the fruit out of the avocado, you can mash it up a little. You want to make sure that you end up having at least 3/4 to 1 cup of the avocado. So I'm going to take my pit out now. I love these avocado pits. They're hysterical. Look at the size of these babies. Oh my goodness. And they're hard as a rock. They fascinate me. They're practically bigger than the avocado. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to scoop out the flesh, just like this. It's very soft. You can see it. And I'm going to scoop it out and put it in my cup. Now, one thing they say about this recipe is you have to be pretty precise with it. You have to try your best to put the right measurements in, because if you don't, it might turn out to be really like mushy and runny, or it might turn out to be dry. So let me scoop this flesh out of here. Let me make sure I mash it so I have either 3/4 to 1 cup. I'm going to put my bird in the other room, and I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that, but those of you that follow me know I have a parrot. And I actually have a yellow-crowned Amazon parrot who squawks and talks. And we have a little cockatiel who's down there chirping now. But I put the big girl away, and I'm back. So what I did is I scooped all the flesh out of my avocado. And I think I got here about, looks to me like about a good 3/4 of a cup. So that's what you want, 3/4 to 1 cup of your avocado. You can smash it down in there. I'm always fascinated with this pit. It's unbelievable. Oh, you could use it as a ball. You know I'm cray-cray if you watch me. Anyway, I'm going to use my Ninja. Now, in my Ninja, I put 2 eggs. I already put that in there. So I'm going to, in addition to the 2 eggs, I'm going to add my other ingredients to this. But meanwhile, I should tell you that, and you might think to yourself, Diva, what have you gone cray-cray? You don't make brownies in a loaf pan, but these brownies you do. So over here, I have a loaf pan that I've lined with parchment paper. So you're going to do that. I have a little weight in there holding it down. All right, so your oven is at 350. You have parchment paper in your loaf pan. Now, in your food processor or your Ninja, we have 2 eggs. Now we're going to add to that our avocado. Like I say, 3/4 to 1 cup of avocado. I have been trying for years to force myself to like avocados. I don't know what the heck's the matter with me. So many people love them. I just don't. And I'm mad at myself because they're so good for you. But I never give up. I'm pretty determined. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that these work. Because what I didn't tell you is they're keto avocado brownies. Right, low carb and keto. So if these work, I'll have low carb and avocados. So fingers crossed for me. All right, I'll put all the measurements in the description box below the video, but for now I'm just gonna dump them in here. So we have the 2 eggs, we have 1 medium avocado, we have 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So I've melted that in the microwave. Let me put that in. Okay. Now we need 4 tablespoons of, now I have almond butter. If you don't like almond butter, you can use any unsweetened nut butter if you'd like. So I'm going to put my 4 tablespoons in here. Make sure you get it all in, get it all off the spoon, because like I say, the measurements are important in this recipe. And if you don't follow this one correctly, I don't know, can't guarantee what it's going to come out like. So let me scrape all this in here. It smells so good. I like almonds anyway. So this almond butter is delicious. All right, I got most of that off of there. All right, get that little bit in there. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to put in is a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So let me get that in. Next, we're going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is pretty easy. Next, a 1/2 cup of Stevia Blend or erythritol. And that's what I'm using, the erythritol. Because you don't want sugar in here. This is a sugar substitute. And now we have 1/3 cup of cacao powder. I'm using, it says Hershey's cocoa, and under it says 100% cacao, naturally unsweetened cocoa powder. So I'm going to put 1/3 cup of the cocoa powder in there. Okay. And last but not least is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. So that was pretty easy, right? I happen to be using Nature's Promise almond butter. It's really good. But you can use any kind of almond butter you want. All right. So now I'm going to put the lid on my Ninja. Going to plug it in. And then we are going to mix it. Now, according to tips for making successful keto avocado brownies is, first of all, you should make sure your avocado is ripe. And as far as mixing it, don't over mix this, it tells you. Because if you over mix it, your brownies will become cakey. And your batter until it's smooth, but not more than that. And if your avocado isn't mixing up, open it up and mix in your avocado with a spoon. So let me get this going. Okay, so I'm gonna pulse this a little bit. There we go. I wanna be careful because I don't wanna overmix or undermix. You that if any of you have clever ways to make avocados taste really good for people who don't like avocados, leave me a comment, because I would love to know. I think this looks good.
I don't like avocados.
My grandson Lucas just flew down here. Hi, Lucas.
Hi.
Out of the way of the camera. And you know what? I wanted to make this and not tell anybody. Oh, give me a kiss.
I'm here always.
Yeah.
So she can never keep it a secret.
I wanted to not tell anybody that there was avocados in here. And then they would eat them and they would say, oh, these are really good. But now he had to stroll by and catch me, right? Making them. So now he knows. But maybe you'll taste one anyway? Okay. Oh, see that? Okay.
I'm going to taste it.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I'll let you know later whether he likes them or not.
I'm ready.
He's funny. He just got finished doing his virtual schoolwork here. And I'm just going to do one more little pulse of it. And he came down to get a snack.
I just took the most delicious snack ever.
Yeah,
Look what I got.
You have,
These things are so good. You should buy this.
Okay, out of my video. He's taking a snack. Popcorn, and he's got
Oreo.
Okay, bye-bye. Oreo yogurt. Very good. All right. Okay, good. So anyway, I think this batter is...
Bye, people.
So I'm going to check it out here, because now I'm afraid. It's like, don't under-batter it, don't over-batter it. Looks like everything's mixed up. So let me take this off. Yeah, so as I think I was saying before I was interrupted by the munchkin, do any of you, let me know, some of you, what you do with your avocados. I know, you can just slice them. You can make the guacamole out of them. You can make avocado toast. But what can you do, this sounds silly, to make an avocado not taste like an avocado?
Make it into brownies.
Out. All right. So I have my parchment paper lined here in my loaf pan. So I'm going to start scooping this in there. It's nice and rich. See how it looks? All the avocados mixed up in there. I'll give it a whiff. Nice. Very nice. Oh, by the way, do you like my earrings? Wink, wink, kitchen queers. I love them. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it, if you went down below and you hit that red subscribe and the little bell next to it till it says all. I always tell you, it's free, doesn't cost you anything, and all you do is get a notification when I have a new video up, and then you don't miss anything. And my grandson's going to be 18, my oldest grandson, on St. Patrick's Day. So I want to do a couple of special St. Patrick's Day recipes for him. So I don't want you to miss those. And also, I'll be coming up with my next episode of A Shaffle a Day Keeps the Carbs Away. This looks really delicious. It looks almost like a thick mousse. I think I have it all out of there. All right. So I'm going to put this in my 350 degree oven. Let me see for how long I'm going to bake it. I think it's 25 minutes. 25 minutes, that's right. Oh, until the edges begin, this is interesting, till the edges begin to separate from the sides of the pan. That's right. And then we're going to remove it from the oven and let it cool for about 10 or 15 minutes before we remove it from the pan. So let me spread this out, get it in all the corners, get it in the oven, go have my lunch, and then I'll be back and we'll do a taste testing. Maybe I'll even get Lucas down here if he's on a school break to taste one. I don't know what he's going to say. First, I got to see what I think, so don't go away. Okay, I'm back. I took it out of the oven. I actually left it in there about 10 minutes longer than they said to, because they tell you that it will be soft when you take it out of the oven. Put a toothpick in the middle. You don't want it raw and you don't want it over baked. So if there's a little bit of cake on the toothpick, then you're right. When you start to see the sides are able to pull away from the parchment, then you know it's done and it's time to take it out. So down below here you see it, and it's pretty small. It's just the size of a loaf cake, but it's low because they're brownies. And you're just supposed to cut 4 pieces this way and then cut down the middle this way. So I'm going to start cutting it now. Wait till it's cool before you cut it. So I'm going to cut it, and you can double this recipe if you want to make, this is going to yield 8. If you want to make 16 of them, just double the recipe. So I'm going to cut this here, right down, very easy. And then I'm going to move over here, and then right about here. And then I'm going to turn this around. You just take your knife, and you go straight down this way with the knife. There you go, just like this. They're perfect size brownies. They cut nicely. I'm going to put my brownies on there. Let me hold them up. Look at that. They're very nice, and they look very nice and moist inside. Look at that. So I'm anxious to see what they taste like. So let me put them out on my platter here. They look good. Ooh, they seem very nice and moist. I like that. Look at that. Move my cutting board down. There we go. There you have basically 8 nice sized brownies. Put that here. I'll put this one over here. And I'm going to save this one, and we're going to do a taste testing now. So are you ready? Let me see what this baby tastes like. You ready? Here we go. It's very, I would say, I don't want to say wet, but wet. It's kind of very wet and moist inside. It's not real sweet. I guess if you want it sweeter, you can put in a little bit extra of that erythritol. It's good. I don't taste any avocado. No, it's more of like a cocoa flavor. Well, I think they're good. I mean, if you want something, if you want something keto and low carb that satisfies your sweet tooth, I would give these a try. Because I would be very satisfied with one of these with a nice cup of coffee or tea. So anyway, if you do decide to try them, let me know what you think. Like I say, the best way I could describe them is and moist, but they're good. And nobody's going to know. They're a little stronger cocoa flavor than a regular brownie mix, but no one's going to know that there's avocados in here. So I hope you enjoyed this new recipe of mine, this keto, low-carb avocado brownie recipe. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So for now, I say enjoy your day and happy baking, and see you soon. Toodles!